Hello my fellow gardening gals and guys. Welcome back to my channel, Serenity Now Garden. My name's Jeannie and I garden here in central Minnesota in a zone 4B. So today I'm going to be taking you around my cut flower and veggie garden. I'm going to give you an update on that. I have some zinnias blooming. In fact, if you saw the thumbnail of me holding that bouquet or that flower arrangement, that was all zinnias that just started blooming. I'll show you those. We have some Gomphrena that just started popping up. But first, I'm going to take you up to my front porch garden. I had some delphinium there that were done, and they also had some powdery mildew, so I decided to cut those back and put in some part sun to shade annuals. So I usually wait to do my annuals till after 4th of July typically, because you can get some really good deals. I got like each plant for like $1. So let me show you the before and after of that, and then I'll take you around my cut flower garden, my veggie garden, and I also want to show you a couple things that are blooming in the garden right now, such as coneflowers, some veronica that are just really pretty, so I don't want to miss it. Thanks for watching, and take care. Happy gardening. Okay, garden friends, here is a before of my front porch. So you can see the delphinium are done blooming. I cut them back. I'm not going to be mic'd up. My neighbors are kind of out and about. I'm kind of shy, so I'm just going to cut these down very quick. I had some actually artificial liriope back here just to kind of block what my delphinium leaves look like. Let me show you what that looks like. So those were what my delphiniums looked like. And yeah, I just kind of, sometimes every once in a while, I'll stick like a artificial plant in there. Nobody ever notices. It's just a little trick. So in those boxes there's some of the plants that I'm going to be planting up. A lot of coleus, a lot of impatiens, begonias, something that could take part sun to shade. The delphiniums are just going to be cut back, and I'll just plant kind of around those. I'll keep the lemon coral sedum in there though. So it's just going to be around this bird bath here. There's a pot of coleus in the center that I'll keep there. These are clearance plants that I just got. I'm not going to show each one, but you guys, I went to Walmart. They had their plants on sale for $1 each. I got 16 plants for $16. Now, the two over here, I got almost full price somewhere else, but I am going to be planting those in back. It's a Liatris and more Raspberry Kismet Coneflower. So here is the after. I think it turned out really well. I cannot wait till it fills in. So I'll kind of go through each plant here so you could see a close-up. But we're going for magenta colors, lime greens, the chartreuse color. It's just so pretty all together. So here we have Imara impatiens. Now these impatiens, this one's considered purple, they call it. I would call it like a magenta, but these are mildew resistant. So very pretty. Can't wait till those fill in. And look at how they match really well with the coleus just behind it, like the center color of those leaves. And then we have the lemon coral sedum right next to it, which really just brightens up the area. So if you look at this coleus here, this is a solar coleus. It's called trailing red. So this kind of is like a trailing coleus, obviously, but it'll fill in this area quite nice. Check out this coleus I found called Florida Sun. This isn't like a bleached out color. This is how it is normally. I got this coleus because of this pink color, and I believe it goes really well with the pink blossoms we have just behind it. Really cool looking. I've never seen a coleus like that. So this is more impatiens. This is the Amara impatiens. This is just the pink. If you could see that a little better there. And next to it, we have wax begonias. These are pink. I love these. They just remind me of like lily pads, kind of. And I just feel like it looks really good next to this kind of like bird bath water feature. So these should fill in quite nice. I got 2 of these over here. And just next to that, I've always wanted to put these in. This is a Rex begonia. This variety is called Sardana. Aren't these cool? I love the begonias they're grown for their foliage, but I love it when they almost look like they have like a spiral on their leaves there. I kind of put the artificial liriope back there. I'll probably take it out once this all fills in. And doesn't it go really well with this pot I have? This is a bloodleaf irisine called Rose. Isn't it crazy how it just branches out like that? It has like hot pink stems. The leaf structure is just so pretty. It's got some creeping Jenny there. Kind of ties in all the colors. That pot in the center I got at Lowe's for like $4, I think, on clearance. It's got 4 different coleus in there. I really like the coleus here on the right that's just almost all like this lime green and chartreuse color. So that's up a little higher because it's in a pot. I think I'll keep that there. And on this side, I repeated the exact same pattern. So we have the the Mara impatiens in the front and the coleus, wax begonias, rex begonia, just like on the other side. So these should fill in. They don't like too much fertilizer. They don't like too much sun, but they should fill in a couple feet tall and wide. And I will keep showing you updates. And let me just give you an update on my pot here. Now we have some King Tut papyrus in the back that really needed some more sun. It didn't do very well here. I probably won't be using that again, but everything else looks good. The creeping Jenny, the coleus, there's some caladium there. And then this is another irisine. This one's called Lime. Isn't that pretty? It's really filled in the pot quite well. A great filler plant, and the stems are pink. So pretty. So very happy with that. I'll definitely be repeating that next year in this part shade area. And I always have a pot of Persian shield. It's one of my favorite plants. I love the glossy, like textured feeling to the plant. It just looks so cool. It'll fill in a couple feet tall and wide as well. This is the other side here, just some coleus. I don't have the kind on that, but look at this one. This is called Kong coleus. It's really filled in very well, but look at the size of these leaves. It's huge. So very happy with that. So there's my front porch this year. Give it another few weeks. I think it'll fill in well, and I'll give you an update soon. Pretty happy with that. Now I'm going to take you back to my cut flower and veggie garden. I'll show you a couple garden highlights here. Oh, this has just been a glorious year, you guys. I put in so much last year because we had so much buckthorn we took out, and everything is growing and great. I've been so happy. I've been putting in a lot of clearance plants that'll look good next year, but gosh, so much looks good right now. Let me just show you a couple highlights here. There's my cut flower and veggie garden straight ahead. I use grass clippings inside there as the weed barrier, but this is all a formal bed. It goes from full sun on the right, and over here it goes all the way to shade. Just a couple hours a day of sun it gets over here. And there's some aspen trees lining the back there, and behind that was all buckthorn, so we're slowly going to plant that up as well. It's kind of a wetlands back there, so we'll probably do a lot of natives. The delphiniums are just on their way out. After this video, I'm going to cut these down. The liatris are just starting to take over. So there's a blazing star liatris. This one's white. I also have a pink and another white one back here that should just be following this one by a couple days or weeks. I really like how it just all filled in like this. I really like the height. There's some meadow blazing star in back. Right here is a Raspberry Kismet Coneflower. It is my favorite coneflower of all time. Look at the striking color. It is so gorgeous. I actually had to put another one in, and it's a pollinator magnet. The meadow blazing star will, gosh, I think it'll bloom like end of summer through fall, but it is just wild. That's the second year. This is Agastache. This is a pollinator magnet. It just started to bloom, but the blooms will get a lot bigger than this. It'll attract tons of bumblebees. This is a raspberry double scoop coneflower. Now, I didn't know it at the time, but when I bought this, these do not help the pollinators. So I probably won't be buying any more of this, but it's very pretty nonetheless. I love that color, as you could tell. We got some spirea over here. There's another plant combination I want to show you over here that looks really good together. So this low-growing Artemisia brocade, and just behind it here is pink Coreopsis. I love the diffuse blooming pattern on this Coreopsis. It's drought tolerant, a very easy plant. So it's just something good to put in just for some different texture. Here's another meadow blazing star. It'll look like this once it's bloomed. So I'm guessing maybe like mid-August, I'm hoping. We'll see. I just put that in. So first year. We got some penstemon, and here's a powwow wildberry coneflower. I love these coneflowers as well. I put in a lot of powwows and a lot of Cheyennes this year. And a pollinator magnet as well. Some iris. Look at that. Sun King Aralia just pops. You guys know I love those. The astilbes are getting a little crisp over here, but they're on their way out. Let me show you some plants that are really pretty right now. Here's some Veronica. This one is called First Love. It is a pollinator magnet as well. It really attracts the bumblebees. It got really tall. I thought it was only going to get about 2 feet tall. It's a little bit taller than that. Calamintha will bloom soon next to that. This is a First Lady Veronica. As you can see, there's a bumblebee on it right now. White really stands out from afar, and this is way far back in my yard, so I could see it really well from my windows. Let me show you another coneflower we got over here and some hydrangea for the side yard. This is first year Firelight hydrangea. Now this will turn, it's just starting to turn pink, if you could see on that petal there. Oh, I can't wait. I'm so excited. But yeah, this will get like a pink color as the season goes on. Just next to it there is a dancing queen hosta in the front, and this is a sombrero salsa red coneflower. Now these turn bright red, but what's really cool about these is when they first come in, they look white, and they're almost like lined with white, and then they turn completely red. Isn't that awesome? Halcyon hosta in the back, very pretty. All right, you guys, so here is my veggie and cut flower garden this year, my very first one. So this path here is lined with ping pong purple Gomphrena. So I didn't start these from seed. These I got on sale, so I just put a few in here. Looks really good next to the Royal Candles Veronica in back. But this makes a great cut flower because they really last long in flower arrangements. I do have some I started from seed called Atomic Purple, but they're going to be a few weeks behind. I started those kind of late. There's some right there. I think they will start blooming in about 2 weeks, I'd say. And it lines the whole bed there. So like I said, as you could see, I have some grass clippings there. Let me start at the back of the bed and I'll work our way front towards the house. So the back of the bed here is like a formal bed. Once those grass clippings starts, that's the veggie garden. Let me show you one plant here that I just don't want to miss. This is an Olympus phlox. Isn't this gorgeous, you guys? Have you ever seen a phlox with this variegation on the leaves? I just love it. It's first year, so it's small, but this will fill in a couple feet tall and wide. Have these other ones next to it that are just like a magenta color. All right, so I got some eggplant and some zucchini there. It's still starting to fill in. This is some jalapeno peppers. Just next to that, we have a red bell pepper. There's only one pepper on it, but it's huge. I hope I get a few more peppers. It'd be a lot of work just for one pepper. And here we have summer squash. I already ate one. These are amazing. So you can see it's those yellow summer squash. You could put these on the grill. You could just fry these up with some seasoning. And just behind it, we have decorative gourds. So isn't that cute? These will grow in a little bit bigger, but I'm going to use these as fall decoration. So it'll trellis over this. And here is some Gateway Joe Pieweed. This is first year, but I have this whole bed lining this. I have like 11 of these back here, and they'll get like 6 feet tall, and they'll fill in the space. So very pretty, and they'll bloom through fall. I got 2 tomato plants this year. We have an heirloom here, and then we have a celebrity on the left. The celebrity is like a hybrid, indeterminate and determinate, and it is disease resistant. So just in case the heirloom doesn't do well, I'll have the celebrities to fall back on. Now here's my zinnias, everyone. Let me show you how pretty. This is the very first bloom for the polar bear white zinnias. Now it'll get much bigger than this, the blooms. This is just how they look like when they just start. The next one here is Queen Lime Blush. And these look amazing. Like this one is younger than the one next to it. As you could see here, this is how it looks when it gets a little bit older. It just kind of goes to that blush color. Isn't that gorgeous, you guys? Almost looks like a dahlia. Here we have pink Senorita zinnias. These are like a salmon-y type color. This is what I made my other arrangement out of, and I used some hosta leaves as foliage. And these are Mazurkia zinnias. These are gorgeous. They come in looking like this, and they can turn to like almost all purple magenta type color. And they have just some yellow in the center. So pretty. I'm so glad I decided to put these in. I'll give you a close-up of my flower arrangement I made with those at the end of the video. So those are the zinnias there. I have planted more Gomphrena and some purple prince zinnias lining the bed on the left, but they're a few weeks away. Here I have amaranth. We have love flies bleeding and dreadlocks. Now these are already waist high, and they'll probably get like 5 or 6 feet tall. Now these won't bloom until end of summer. And then we have some cucumbers here, and I have a little trellis, just a couple plants there. And these are kohlrabi. These are my favorite vegetable to eat. Now it's a little bit warm for them right now, but they're doing okay. They're a cool season crop, so you got to plant them early in the spring. So that's kohlrabi. I'm just so happy with how everything turned out this year. I just love just sitting in my house and looking out the window from my office, and this is what I get to see every day. The butterflies, and this liatris here is just gorgeous. So yeah, it's just been a great gardening year. How is everybody else's year going? Okay, I'm going to give you a close-up here of one of these flower arrangements I made because it's so pretty. I put one of those Raspberry Kismet Coneflowers in there. There's some Coreopsis there that I'm touching. The globes are the ping pong purple, Gomphrena, and those are all the Mazurkia Zinnias. And for the foliage, it's a Sun King Aralia, just one branch. So it just like ties it all in with the yellow in the center of the zinnias. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed that. We'll see you next week. I'll come out with a video every Saturday morning. So take care, guys. Happy gardening.